dislocated shoulders, sleeping on set, and fake blood that tastes like one of your favorite home cleaning products. What other embarrassing things did actors have to deal with on set? Keep watching to learn all the mortifying details. Christopher Mintz-Plasse got his first acting gig at the age of 17 in the awkwardly hilarious coming-of-age film Superbad. Written by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, the critically acclaimed comedy focuses on three friends, played by Jonah Hill, Michael Cera, and Mintz-Plasse. The three friends are a mere weeks away from their high school graduation. As their senior year nears its end, they attempt to attend a popular senior class party and hopefully lose their virginities in the process. Due to legal reasons regarding his age, at the time of filming, Mintz-Plasse revealed that his mom had to be present on the set of Superbad while he filmed a sex scene.
I'm gonna need to see some identification.
Really? Makes me feel young again.
Luckily, it sounds like it wasn't a terribly troublesome experience for the actor. A couple of years after the film's release, Mintz-Plasse explained in an interview with The Guardian, "It was real awkward, but it worked out okay because when I watched the movie with her, the sex scene wasn't awkward because she'd been right there when it happened." Makeup and prosthetics are incredibly important when making a biopic. Let's be honest, it's easier to transform an actor's physical appearance to resemble a subject instead of improving an actor's overall performance. Even if they happen to look like the person they're portraying, makeup wins at being the easiest solution. Of course, all that makeup can come at a price. Thanks to behind-the-scenes featurettes, viewers can hear all about how laborious the whole makeup process actually is. For example, while talking to Entertainment Tonight, Renee Zellweger detailed how terrible her experience was while filming Judy, the 2019 biographical drama about the final year of Judy Garland's life. Zellweger was required to wear a prosthetic nose tip along with false teeth. During an intimate kissing scene with her co-star Finn Wittrock, the tip of her prosthetic nose fell off. After it fell off, it covered her co-star in a white liquid emitted from the artificial body part. Fortunately, this error didn't ruin her experience as a whole while making the film, and she eventually went on to win an Academy Award for her performance. Everyone has had moments during long work weeks where their eyes begin to droop, and they'd love nothing more than to take a quick cat nap on the clock. Rapper and occasional actor Gucci Mane seems to have felt the same way while filming 2012's Spring Breakers. In an interview with Vulture, he recalled the long working hours on set. In addition to the touring he'd completed around the time he was filming the movie, unsurprisingly, the artist was absolutely exhausted and actually fell asleep during a sex scene. Director Harmony Korine told the Huffington Post they were in the middle of shooting the intimate moment when, all of a sudden, he heard snores coming from Mane's way. The musician attributed his mid-scene slumber to Korine's extreme work ethic, claiming the director would work for 48 hours straight. However, Korine contests it was more likely due to Gucci's habitual weed smoking. As for the truth, well, we'll just let sleeping actors lie. Game of Thrones was an epic fantasy series that left many of us with awe-inspiring and gruesome moments. Actress Emilia Clarke played Daenerys Targaryen on the show, and she appeared in her fair share of shocking scenes. For example, one of Daenerys' most iconic moments was in Season 1, where she consumes a stallion's heart and gets covered in blood in the process. Clarke stated in a 2012 interview with Jimmy Kimmel that throughout the course of shooting that scene, she ate approximately 28 prop hearts, made from jam. Clarke reiterated this messy experience to Vulture and added that the hearts tasted like bleach, despite being promised they would taste like gummy bears. Unfortunately, Clarke's woes didn't end there. After so many takes, Clarke was covered in extremely sticky fake blood. The material was like fast-acting glue, and she actually disappeared from filming because she had accidentally gotten stuck to a toilet. Rest assured, being the mother of dragons is not all it's hyped up to be. It's hard to find a more intriguing duo than Leonardo DiCaprio and Margot Robbie in the 2013 film The Wolf of Wall Street. The two played Jordan and Naomi Belfort. For those unfamiliar with the film, it follows Jordan Belfort, a high-profile stockbroker who makes millions by essentially scamming the everyday investor. Throughout the movie, there's no shortage of R-rated material. So, believe it or not, Robbie was actually injured during one memorable moment. There's a scene in the film where the Belforts have sex on a mattress covered in cash. Unfortunately, all those fake bills had some seriously sharp edges, and by the time they were done filming, her back was scratched to pieces. Talking with the Daily Beast, she said that when she stood up, the whole studio gasped and asked if she was okay. Afterward, Robbie said she pondered whether it would have happened had the money been real. Fans of the popular TV series Friends may recall the scene when Joey suddenly turns up in Monica's apartment wearing a sling. In the show, the explanation given for the injury was that Joey had injured his arm jumping up and down on his bed. Now, all these years later, we finally know exactly how actor Matt LeBlanc injured himself. It turns out filming the part of Joey Tribbiani was more dangerous than you'd think. Talking with Jimmy Kimmel, LeBlanc explained that he dislocated his arm in the Season 3 episode, The One Where No One's Ready. In this episode, Joey and Chandler are battling over an armchair, and as they were filming this moment, LeBlanc wound up in an unexpectedly awkward position.
I was going to land on my head between the table and the chair, so I put my arm up to break my fall and just exploded my shoulder.
This scene didn't end up in the episode, but it just goes to show that even on a series like Friends, you never know when a stunt might end in disaster. Mrs. Doubtfire is a classic dramedy film about a divorced dad, played by Robin Williams, who comes up with an elaborate plan to spend more time with his kiddos. He does this by cleverly disguising himself as his ex-wife's nanny. One of the children happened to be Matilda star Mara Wilson in her debut feature film. While filming, the former child star had the sex talk with her mother and wanted to tell everyone, sharing the embarrassing moment in her 2016 book, Where Am I Now? True Stories of Girlhood and Accidental Fame. Wilson said, "I wasn't focusing on the scene. I was bubbling with excitement because I knew this thing, this big open secret, and I could not keep it in any longer." One evening while filming, Wilson's mother had told her about the birds and the bees. She was so excited, the next day she walked around the set singing a song about it. Though the cast and crew found the song hilarious, Wilson's mother was embarrassed, which also made Wilson feel ashamed. However, everyone on set tried to keep things light. Director Christopher Columbus even joked that they could change a line of dialogue in the film so that Wilson could refer to another character's dress as sexy. In the sci-fi thriller The Adjustment Bureau, Matt Damon plays a politician who falls head over heels for a ballerina played by Emily Blunt. Unfortunately, mysterious agents then conspire to keep the politician away from the lovely dancer. While there's a lot of drama on the screen, there was also a bit off-screen as well. Blunt revealed that she struggled maintaining the proper balance for some of her dancing scenes. In a conversation with Jennifer Aniston for Variety, Blunt briefly spoke about a specific incident that occurred during the movie. While answering a fan's question regarding the most embarrassing thing the actress had experienced on set, she recalled falling face first during a take for the film. Despite a few bruises, the fall didn't ruin Blunt's experience making the film or her performance. After the film wrapped production, she attributed her recovery to all the massages she received shortly thereafter. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite actors are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.